Today, we will go over the eEdge contact and database system within the myKW intranet. To access your database, click on the blue View Contacts link underneath the eEdge control panel. To access your database, stay under the Contacts tab at the top menu bar within the eEdge system. From here, you will be able to scroll down and view your entire database. The top contact search will let you quickly find the information that you have entered for any contact. Click the More Search options to see a number of different selections you can make to quickly search and find a contact. To individually add a contact into your system, go back to the top Contacts tab at the top menu bar and click on Add a Contact. From here, this is where you will be able to enter all the information for that contact. Some of the fields include their status, entering their name, their nickname, gender, their company, job title. You can enter their birthday, where you will receive messages of when all your contacts' birthdays are to send a reminder. To individually add a contact, once loaded, you will then be able to add all the information for this contact. You can add as much or as little information as you want regarding this contact. Once loaded, you will be able to add all the information for this specific contact. There are a number of different fields in which you can input any information, such as their status, their name, nickname, gender, company, job title, as well as include their birthday, which you will get reminders for to send out personalized birthday wishes. Once loaded, you'll then be able to add all the information for this contact that you have. There are a number of different fields in which you can input all of the information for, such as their status, their name, number of different personal options on the left-hand column. You can enter their birth date and their purchase anniversary date as well, referral info, the time frame. You can then change the type of what contact they are for further organizational purposes. Enter in their phone numbers. Once loaded, you can then enter in all the contact details and information. There are a number of different personal fields in which you can enter. Once loaded, you can then enter all the contact information. Some of the fields include their status, their name, once loaded, you can then enter in all the contact information. Some of the fields include their status, name, nickname, gender, company, job title, their birth date, purchase anniversary date, which you will get reminders for, referral info, their time frame, the type of contact they are, whether buyer, seller, agent, or a few other different options. You can then enter in their phone numbers as well as their email address. Scrolling down further, more options will be available. You can leave specific notes regarding this contact, enter in their physical address, as well as secondary details, which would be for a significant other, such as their husband or wife's information. You'll be able to send them an email once you have entered them into your database, which will send this person a note and reminder that you have entered them into your own contact database system. As well as add this contact to a specific group once you set them up, which we'll go over as soon as we are done entering this contact. When all their information is entered, hit the Save button and they will automatically be in your database. Depending on the type and category that you have put this contact in, they will let you know a reminder that this specific contact is looking to sell their home based on their address that you input. We will now go back to the Contacts section and go under All Contacts. From here we will see that this contact is now within our database. There are a number of different options which you can do with each contact. By checkmarking their name and going over to the far right, you can see the blue link that says See All under the Actions category. By clicking this, you will now have a number of different options to do with this contact. You can send them an email from our system, send them a specific listing. You can add this contact to a listing alert. What a listing alert is, will email them the automatic properties that meet the criteria you are putting them on so they can see exactly what's on the market as soon as it hits the MLS. For example, let's just run through and say this contact was looking for homes in Cleveland. Can name the alert for them, the area, the property types they're looking at, the listing types, as well as the specific criteria such as price range. You can fill out any more specific criteria such as number of beds, baths, square feet, the lot size, year built, stories, subdivisions, and features that your contact is specifically looking for. Once you are done filling out the criteria, hit Add Alert, and they will automatically get emails based on what criteria you inputted for them. Coming back under the Actions and clicking See All, you can then have a number of different options such as Start My Transaction, which will take us into the .loop program, Add them to campaigns, which is a number of different email marketing campaigns that are automatically sent out, send them market reports, transfer their information so you have your own copy of it, send them a welcome email, or delete this contact. Next we'll go over how to create groups and further organize your contacts. So coming back up to the Contacts tab, we will now go down to Manage Groups. What you can do here is then create a series of groups to easily organize all your contacts. For example, we'll do one for buyers. You'll type in the name of the group you want and hit Save. You'll now see all the groups that you have, how many contacts are in them. The Actions buttons will let you rename the group or delete the group. When you delete the group, your contacts will stay in the system, but the group will just go away. So to add your contacts back into the groups, you'll go back to Contacts and All Contacts. From here, you will checkmark the number of contacts you wish to add to the group and select the Update Contacts button. From here, you can mass delete or edit the records and put them into the groups. From here, the top choice will be group membership. So this is how you can add a mass number of people to a group at once. Since buyers is the only group we have created, that is the only option showing. So check marking that and update now. They are now added to the buyers group. To see everybody who's in that group, come back to the Contacts tab at the top and go down to Manage Groups. From here, you can then click on the number of contacts within the group. The contact database system also allows you to mass import a number of contacts as well as to export a copy of your own database. To do that, come back under the Contacts and go down to Import Export. From here, if you are uploading your own contacts, you'll be under the Import Contacts tab. The easiest way to do this is to then come down to select the file type that you are using. If you're using Outlook or any other real estate database systems, you can select which ones are here. If you're starting from a complete scratch, our system will then allow you to view your recently active contacts, such as those who have been recently active on your mobile app, your website, as well as listing alerts you have added them to. To view who has been recently active, come down to the Recently Active tab under Contacts. From here, it'll go in order of the most recent activity. You can click on that person's name and see exactly what they were up to by coming to the Listings tab at the very top menu bar of this contact. From here, you can see exactly what was going on with this contact. Since we have just put them on a listing alert, that was the most recent activity that we have done with this contact. The History tab will also allow you to see recent updates to this contact that you have done. Our contact database system also allows you to mass import a group of contacts at once instead of individually. Our contact database system also allows you to mass import contacts instead of individually adding one by one. By coming up to Contacts in the Import Export tab, you will be allowed to import mass contacts at once. To import a group of contacts, come down to select the type of file you will be using. There are a number of different options, such as an Outlook, Top Producer, or other real estate database systems. If you're not using either of those, you will want to select Basic Contact List. This will let you know the minimum requirements of each contact that you are trying to enter, which will be a first name, last name, email address, or first name, last name, and a full physical address. The best way to get your contacts easily ready to be imported would then be to download the Basic Contact List template. This is a Microsoft Excel template which you will then be able to add all your contacts in at once before uploading. Once the basic contact file is done downloading, you'll want to open it. From here, you'll have the option to enter a number of different From here, you will open the file once it's downloaded. You have a number of different options to include for each contact. What you will include is a last name, first name, and email address, or at least a first name, last name, and full address for each contact. They give you a number of different options to add as well, but are not necessary. The next step will then be to select the status, the contact type, and you can also add them to pre-made groups that you have already. The third step will then be to attach the file and import it onto your computer.